Hi guys, today I want to put The Ordinary's lactic acid 5% solution to the test on my oily acne prone skin over the course of 2 weeks. And now I want to give you a little bit of background information. Lactic acid is an AHA, therefore a chemical exfoliator. So what it's supposed to do is basically resurface the top layer of your skin, removing all the dead skin you might have, as well as reducing blackheads and pimples, as well as brightening up your skin. So it should be an amazing product for someone with oily acne prone skin just like me. And now usually when I make these kind of videos, I would try a product every day for a whole entire week. However, since this is an exfoliator, over exfoliation could definitely be a problem. Therefore, what I'm going to do is use this once every 2 days over the course of 2 weeks so you can still definitely see a change if there is any. And now I want to give you one last little disclaimer. I have already used this in the 10% solution and I have loved this. However, I want to give the 5% solution a try and see which one is most effective, which one you should buy, which one is better. So if you're interested, then definitely keep on watching. Okay guys, so this is what my skin looks like on day one. As you can see, I have very many pimples right here and a lot of texture. Also, hello, pimple right here on the chin too. It's real girl here. But as you can see, I'm struggling with acne as well as texture and blackheads. Anyways, here we go, trying out the lactic acid 5% for the first time. I first of all want to see if it smells like the lactic acid 10%. It's definitely like a softer smell than that. I want to see if it stings as much as the 10%. Okay, it definitely does not sting as much. And as you can see, it is really spreadable. Like with one drop, I was really able to cover the whole entire forehead. So I'm doing 2 drops on the cheek just because those are my struggle areas. And then 1 on the nose right here. Okay, girl, so this is day 1. Keep watching to see if it's effective at reducing my pimples, blackheads, and just texture overall. Okay, you guys, so it's day 4, but actually it's going to be the second time I'm applying this lactic acid. One thing I do want to mention is that as you can see, I am not touching my skin when using the dropper, and that is crucial. You want to place it very close to the skin but never touch it, and that is because if you haven't cleansed properly, then there still might be some bacteria laying on your face, and then that could basically transfer on the dropper right here. And then once you put it back in, then all the bacteria is going to go inside this, and then it's basically going to multiply, have kids, and then the kids are going to have kids, and the kids are going to have kids with the kids and the kids. So basically you're going to have this full of germs, and that is not what we want. But so anyways, you guys, this is what my skin looks like on the second time that I've applied, and definitely keep on watching. Okay, you guys, so it's day 7 of this experiment, but the third application, like the third time I use the lactic acid. And now I just want to instruct you guys on where to apply this lactic acid and where to apply AHAs and BHAs in general, chemical exfoliators, because with active ingredients like retinol and all the others, you can basically apply them on your lips, wherever you want. However, these are a little bit stronger in a way, so I'm going to tell you that you don't want to apply them under the eyes. As you can see, I'm going around here just because the skin under our eyes is very delicate. Therefore, this would be too strong. It would actually irritate it and maybe even cause damage to our skin, which you definitely don't want. On top of that, you don't want to place it on the lips. The skin on our lips is also very delicate and very thin. Therefore, you would be irritating your lips too, and nobody wants irritated lips. Apart from that, you can go on the neck. Like I always blend my skincare down my neck, so AHAs also can go down the neck. And don't go overboard. Like really a drop. As you can see, I'm applying literally just drops. That is all you need, and that is all you want. Okay, you guys, so it's all applied. Now I'm gonna show you what my skin looks like. As you can see, I do have a bit of pimples still on the cheeks right here, and also one here on the forehead. However, it's nowhere near and close to how bad it was the previous days, so I definitely feel like there is an improvement. Now, is it more effective than the 10%? I definitely feel like it's not. However, I definitely feel like it's still giving me very nice and very effective results. So I'm really happy. Anyways, you guys, keep on watching because there's definitely still more to experiment. Okay, you guys, so this is day 10, but the 4th time I'm applying this lactic acid. And now this is what my skin looks like. As you can see, it is definitely very glowy, very bright. I mean, I do have some other serums on top, but trust me, it is still very bright and glowy. And also, look, my acne is very good. The texture is slowly going away. And also, do you see any blackheads on my nose? I don't think you do, because there are none to be seen at all. It is amazing. Anyways, I forgot to tell you guys that I've been keeping this test as fair as possible, meaning I've been keeping all other variables constant. Hence, I have kept my skincare routine exactly the same. And actually, since I told you I mentioned that I have used the 10% before, I actually waited a whole entire month and I stopped with that before I started filming this. So that when I started with this experiment, I haven't been using lactic acid for a whole entire month. So we definitely could see a fair improvement in my skin. And also, I have been keeping my diet exactly the same as it always is, which is relatively healthy, as well as my makeup every day like I always do. So that basically there wasn't anything else interfering with this experiment. Anyways, this was day 10. Definitely keep on watching for day 13. Okay, you guys, so it's day 15. I'm supposed to apply the lactic acid. However, I want to first show you what my skin looks like. As you can see, there is a bit of irritation and I want to say burned skin. However, I don't have really a burnt chemical burn. Therefore, this just goes to show how intense a lactic acid can be, even in a 5% solution, because I haven't been using this for about a month. So my skin wasn't as used as it used to be before when I was using it all the time. So you guys, I'm actually not going to apply it for day 13. But again, this is just learning curve. You really want to listen to your skin. If you feel like it's burning too much, if you feel like it's irritated or red, please do not apply it and just let it rest. So I've actually applied just the hyaluronic acid, and I'm actually going to apply a moisturizer on top, and that is it. Anyways, you guys, keep on watching for my final thoughts and results with this, because I definitely have some gossip that I haven't told you guys yet. So you want to stay watching for that. Okay, you guys, so my final thoughts and results with this. Now, first off, I want to get out of the way is that she really came here and she put in a lot of effort. She actually worked overtime more than her shift was supposed to be, just to really show us that she's actually a very nice contestant to the 10% lactic acid. Okay, so I have to get this out of the way first before I give you my final thoughts and results and say that I'm happy with it, because as you may have seen from the vlogs, this did make my skin a little bit irritated. It did burn my skin a bit, but that was only because it was being a little bit reckless. I really thought that my skin was used to it by now. I was like, oh yeah, I mean, I didn't use it for a month, I know, but still, my skin is tough. She's used to it. She's been through a lot. We've been through a lot of breakups, makeups. We've seen a lot of stuff. So, I thought my skin was good, but apparently it's not. Really, you guys, please do pay attention when using this, even if it's in 5% solution and you think it's a little bit more chill, a little bit more like a Tuesday quiet night at home. It's not. Don't overuse it. As you might have seen, I might have been overusing it a little bit. I might have been using a little bit too much. Anyways, now that I got that little incident out of the way, it's time for me to give you my final thoughts. Now, I want to first compare it to the 10%. If you haven't watched that video yet, then definitely go watch it, because how you gonna know which one is the best for you? I mean, you definitely have to watch this and then go watch that one to know. But one thing I do want to say is that if you are deciding between one and the other, I would definitely go with the 5% first if you haven't used the lactic acid before, because it is really a learning curve for your skin. On top of that, maybe if your skin is more sensitive, if you know that your skin gets a little bit red, irritated quite easily, then definitely I would go with this. I would maybe pick the 10% if instead you know that your skin has been through a lot, so your skin is used to, having acids on your face. Or maybe you have a little bit more oily skin and you know that she's a bit more tough. She's actually been working out. She's strong. She could pick you up and, a very muscular, kind of. Then you could go with the 10%, okay? So now I'm gonna give you a little bit of a warning. I am gonna get closer to the camera, so please don't jump, don't get scared. I just want to show you what my skin looks like now, because I feel like it is definitely brighter than before. And also there's a lot less congestion, as in my pores are a lot less blocked and I get less blackheads, but also the texture. I don't know if you know, but if you have acne prone oily skin, you definitely know what I mean. And that is that having that little bumps, almost like a chicken skin underneath your top layer of your skin. And it's not like pimples you can squeeze, it's just there and you don't know what to do with it. Well, that texture has gone completely. As you can see, my skin is just very smooth. Whose texture? We don't know texture. I don't think I even went to college with her. I know her cousin, Dry Patch, but I don't know texture. I'm so sorry. I think you must have gotten the wrong number. Try to call back another time. Yeah. So you guys, jokes aside, I mean, I came into this experiment knowing that this was gonna work for me, because I mean, I used a 10% before and that worked for me wonders. But I really wanted to do this to, first of all, know if I need a 5% or a 10%. And you know what? I think I kind of like the 5% a little bit more. And now, ladies, there is one thing that I have to mention that I feel like is very important. Ladies, focus. I need y'all to be responsive. So what I want to tell you is what you can mix the lactic acid with and what you can mix not with. What you can't mix it with. So first off, you don't want to mix it with retinols, vitamin C's, niacinamides, and any peptides, like for example, the matrixyl, copper peptides, none of that. Just because this is an acid and it has a different pH to the other ingredients that I just mentioned. And so that would just destabilize both of them, and none of them would work very effectively as they're supposed to work. Now, the ingredients that you can can mix this with are, of course, a hyaluronic acid. You could basically mix it with anything just because it's very mild, very gentle. It's a humectant. So it's really friendly. It's actually quite a bit of a hoe, and it will work with everything. So, you know, she's that easy girl. However, this, she ain't. So you can mix it only with hyaluronic acids and other AHAs, BHAs. So personally, me, what I like to do in my skincare routine, just for, you know, the sake of the video and make it a little bit more complete, so maybe you can draw inspiration from my skincare routine, what I like to do is mix this lactic acid with a salicylic acid. So it's a BHA. And an AHA and BHA are very different. They give you very different results. However, they kind of have both the same pH because they're both acids, and so they work wonders together. Now, a little disclaimer, I always like to give disclaimers here, and that is this mixture is very strong for your skin. So if you're not used to using acids, please stay away from that. Another thing that is really crucial that I want y'all to know is that after you've applied any acids, you definitely need to apply moisturizers on top. You really should be applying moisturizers all the damn time because moisturizers are really just what's good. No matter if you're oily skin, dry skin, whatever, you just need it. Acids are really stripping for your skin. I mean, just think about it. Acid. They can give you a chemical burn as you've seen from the vlog, so they are really strong ingredients. Therefore, you need a moisturizer to soothe your skin, make this a little bit more gentle of a treatment, and on top of that, replenish the skin with the moisture that it has lost because of the acid. We good? All right. You got it then. Right. And now, if you are wondering why I still haven't mentioned anything bad about this, no, mind you, I do have my reading glasses right here. I can see them. We're actually making eye contact. However, there is nothing really bad about this product, so I don't really need my reading glasses to read The Ordinary. The Ordinary has been working. She has been coming to her shifts on time. She's been putting in a lot of effort, and she's actually been promoted as manager of this situation right here. She has created a really good formula. Actually, she has also put in hyaluronic acid in this formula just to make this a little bit more soothing and not as stripping for your skin as if it would have been if it would have been just a lactic acid on its own. But definitely, you guys, listen to your skin. If you feel like it's burning, it's itching a little bit too much, or you're seeing that it's gonna been a little bit red, then definitely I would take a break from this. In relationships, I don't really believe in taking a break. That usually means break up, and so usually that is not good. However, with your skin, it's a long-term relationship. Like, she ain't going nowhere. She's gonna stick with you till the end. You actually want to treat her really nicely because she is here for the long haul. Like, you do want to treat a boyfriend that you know he's gonna dump you real quick. You want to treat him like the pig is because you know he's gonna dump you. However, the skin, she's nice to you. She ain't gonna do you wrong unless you do her wrong. Then she's gonna react. She's gonna get mad, and then she's gonna give you pimples. She's gonna give you wrinkles. Pimples and wrinkles actually rhyme. She's gonna give you blackheads. She's gonna be ugly, and then you in turn gonna be mad. And so really, what are you fighting your skin for? Really do pay her her dues and respect. Thank you. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk. So actually, since this doesn't even have one thing that I don't like about, I mean, y'all know I stan The Ordinary. Is like one of my favorite skincare brands. Y'all know where I bought this from already. I bought this from Amazon just because I do not like to step outside of my house. If I have to go to the gym or run errands, like go to grocery shopping or whatever, I actually wait until the sun has set just because I get a little bit anxious when I see the sun. It's just, even though I'm wearing sunscreen, I'm still like very much I'm getting damage from my skin. I'm just very extra. But this is why I have a YouTube channel just about skincare, because I'm crazy like that. Girl, you better get ready for the price. So the 5%, I bought this for £6.70, and this was for 30 ml, and this will usually run me 2 months. So this is definitely worth your money, your coins. I am also going to tell you how much the 10% is just for the review's sake, and that was actually $9.99. And so y'all know I always got you covered, and so I actually found the cheapest product listing that I could find both on Amazon UK and Amazon US for the 5% and the 10% in case you decide to want to get the 10% or the 5%. I don't know which one. Whatever it's going to be, it's actually linked down below in the pinned comments, so make sure to go click that link if you want it. That is an affiliate link, meaning you won't have to pay more. It's nothing like that. Instead of giving all that money to Amazon, you would be giving a little bit of that coin to me instead of Amazon. So anyways, if you want to buy it, I'm not saying you have to, but if you wanna, instead of just going on Amazon, why don't you just click the button down below and help me out? Anyway, sis, while we're in the topic of long-term commitment and long-term relationships, why don't you join the Random family? We would love to have you here. There's not a lot of commitment, actually. We won't spam you. We won't be too needy, like maybe a needy girlfriend slash boyfriend. We do none of that. All you're gonna do is just subscribe and hit the bell icon so you will get one notification whenever I upload, and then we can connect, and it's actually gonna be a very nice relationship. Just like your skin, I am here for you in the long term. If you don't cheat on me with maybe other YouTubers, which which you shouldn't because cheating is wrong, then I won't cheat on you. Do you see the metaphors that I'm coming up with? Just because of this metaphor, you should subscribe and turn on the bell icon because girl, please. And now for my already subscribers, my randoms, y'all know what time it is now. It is the time for the Italian word of the video. And the Italian word of the video is going to be, well, referring to the lactic acid, it's going to be latte, which is milk in English. So I know it's two different completely things. Y'all have a different word. However, in Italian, it's basically the same word just because lactic acid, I think, don't quote me here, don't hold me accountable, I'm not sure. However, I think that lactic acid actually is derived from milk. But girl, if you thought you were just about to click off this video and go away, you just got it completely wrong. Do you see this face right here? This is the face of shame and disappointment. Not on me, I'm not disappointed in myself, I'm disappointed in you of thinking of betraying me like that. I thought this was gonna be a long-term relationship and you're actually gonna do me dirty like this? Not even like after one video you've watched? Honestly, I can't. If you want to redeem yourself and not make me cry, then what you should do is actually watch one of these two videos. I promise they're gonna be fun, they're gonna be entertaining and informative because y'all know I like to deliver. But oh, remember to be random and always be random, yes.